Hey, it's Mike. Thanks for tuning back in. Today is Friday. I took today off. I've got a lot of time off through the end of the year, so I figured, why not? Got to take it or I lose it. And am I wearing the same sweatshirt that I was wearing yesterday? Maybe. So today we're here to talk about Topps marked packs. This was something that came out yesterday. I know that the Sports Card Dad did a video when the first one hit, but then a second one hit later on in the day. Both of these were kind of, I guess, outed by Eric Whiteback on Twitter. He goes by the Collectibles Guru. I have I've mentioned him at least once in a video, maybe twice. He's maybe the most fascinating baseball card follow on Twitter. So he posted yesterday morning, early afternoon, that a one-of-one superfractor had been found in a pack, a silver pack of Topps or Bowman Sterling with a red permanent marker line down the side of it, clearly put by a human being. And it had gone to Cheap Fun Breaks, a pretty large breaker. They have 24,000 followers just on Twitter. So there was a lot of suspicion at that point that Topps Bowman was doing something very suspicious with these packs. And then another one came out later on that day, also posted by Eric Whiteback, where a Julio Rodriguez dual autograph with somebody else, number 225, was also found in a Bowman Sterling silver pack with a red line down the side of it. Now this one went to Two Bros Sports. They had under 600 followers on Twitter. So big difference between the two breakers, of course. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what I think is happening here. But first, I want to talk about potential problems here. The problems are you could have sellers just marking a red line down any silver pack and selling them as a hot pack. Just saying, I pulled this, was the hot pack in the box. There's nothing that stops it. It's not like it says, there's no like Panini or Topps sticker on it that says hot pack. It's just a generic red line down the side of it. Breakers could also keep a spare pack, silver pack, to the side. So when they see the red line, they can very carefully swap it out. And we've seen many videos of breakers doing this. Not this situation specifically, but where they're suspected of swapping out a card that's big for something that's much smaller. So that's another thing that a shady breaker could do. Now, not every dealer is shady. Not every breaker is shady. I would argue that very, very few of them are. It's just the minority that get the publicity and kind of give the industry a bad name. Your local card shop could pull out marked packs for themselves and then just sell the rest of them. Most people aren't going to know that Topps is marking them. Now, most local card shops are trustworthy. I know that my local card shop, Don's, would never do this type of thing, but you never know. This is one of the problems that this could bring up. You could have Topps employees as part of the quality line after they've been marked, when they're supposed to be put in a box, pulling them out and taking them, pocketing them. Now, I've got to think that I'm reading the Upper Deck book right now from the mid-1990s, and if I remember correctly, Upper Deck employees were searched at the end of each shift, at least for a while. I can't imagine that's still happening, but I've heard that Amazon does that too. So who knows? It's impossible to say. The big thing that everybody's speculating on, though, is that Topps is setting these packs aside, these marked packs aside, for the bigger breakers, so that the big hits, the one-of-ones, the superfractors, are pulled out by big popular breakers, so they get famous, so that Topps gets credit for them, so that people say, oh, I've got to buy Topps cards. This is, of course, debunked to some extent by the fact that a very small breaker, Two Bros Cards with under 600 followers, pulled one of them. What I think is happening here, and I want to know what you think in comments. Put your comments in there. What do you think is happening? I think What they're doing is just they claim, Topps claims that these are randomly inserted in packs, and I think that they are randomly inserted, but Topps also knows where they are, and they mark them so that somewhere along that quality line in manufacturing, they can make sure that one of them goes in each box. Otherwise, how would they know that there's an average of one per box if they don't actually intentionally insert them? That's my guess. There's another similar idea that they're putting one in each box just to make sure that there's sufficient value. So if you're going to pay $30, I guess probably not for a blaster box or whatever, but if you're going to buy a hobby box for however much a hobby box costs, more than I can afford or more than I would pay, but you're going to ensure that you get at least one great card, whether it's a number to 25 Julio Rodriguez auto or a 1/1 Superfractor. That's my guess is what's happening here. Now, another thing that just came out of Topps, I keep saying Topps, and I know Topps owns Bowman, but it's Bowman Sterling, is this Manny Machado autograph on a Blaze Jordan card. And it's an on-card autograph. So you've got a couple of problems here. Topps mailed this card to Manny Machado, this Blaze Jordan card. Manny Machado opens it, looks at it, sees it's a Blaze Jordan card, and autographs it himself, and then sends it back, and the employees at Topps Bowman don't notice that Manny Machado autographed a Blaze Jordan card. So 3 problems there. So this Bowman Sterling product is pretty messy. And so, you know, it got me wondering, is this like a serious new problem with quality control, or is this always happening? And I really don't know the answer. You know, I think about, there's so many breakers. Everything is on video now. Everything is being photographed now. And everything's being posted to Instagram and Twitter and wherever else, whatnot, that everybody sees these things. So it's probably more the fact that we're just seeing all these problems more than we used to. It's tough to say, though. I'm also curious about that from your perspective. Let me know in the comments what you think. That's it for today. Thanks very much for watching. I appreciate you guys.